Hey, YouTube! Linda here, and I had such a great day today. I will tell you why. Today I went to the movies with my friend Arish, and I went with his mom and their friend and former nurse, and we got to see the live action Little Mermaid. Oh my god, it was amazing. I loved it, and we got to see it in 3D. Oh, you have no idea how long I've been wanting to see this movie since it came out. No idea. And it felt nice to go to the movies again. I haven't been to the movies since I went to see Frozen 2 with my mom back in 2019. And that was before the pandemic hit. So it was really nice to get out and hang out with friends again. So yeah. So I did a review when I was at the movie theater, but it was short, but don't worry, I will post it. And I didn't have a lot to say what like I wanted to. So I will do my review still in my own words, where I am home, safe and sound, and it's nice and quiet. And yeah. Okay, so here I go. And I gotta tell you, Halle Bailey, she did amazing as Ariel. She's got such a beautiful voice. Oh, gave me goosebumps. She, you know, she did look a little bit like Brandy. And I thought, oh, and I never thought about that until my friend's mom mentioned that. And I'm like, oh my god, she did look like Brandy. And, well, does. And, yeah, she did amazing as Ariel. I am not gonna lie. I, I loved it. And Hallie, if you're watching this, you did amazing as Ariel. I loved it. You you were like carrying on Jodie Benson's work when she provided the voice of Ariel back in 1989. So it's like one generation to another. Yeah, oh my god. It was really, really amazing. Jonah Howard King as Prince Eric, oh, what a babe. He is so cute. And that song he sang, Wild Uncharted Waters, oh, that, oh, he did amazing singing that song. And he was showing emotion. You could tell by the expressions he was making on his face while he was singing. Oh my god. I loved it. And Aquafina Escudero, I have to tell you, she still has, like, comedy in her. And she reminded me of the original Scuttle. I even think to myself, the things that she did, I'm like, Scuttle, really? And then part of me is like, oh, that's just the same old Scuttle I know. Excuse me. And David Diggs as Sebastian, he did pretty good. He was, you know, carrying on the work that Sam Wright did when he did Sebastian. And Melissa McCarthy as Ursula, oh, she did amazing. Rumor had it, I think when my cousins told me that they were not going to include Poor Unfortunate Souls, but I thought to myself, oh, they better. And if they don't, I would not watch it if they didn't include that song. And they did. And I'm like, oh, Melissa, you did pretty good. And I did saw in an interview that Melissa was scared to sing that song. And I'm like, yeah, Melissa, I don't blame you. Because she didn't want to mess up the work Pat Carroll did. But she was also carrying on Pat Carroll's work, too. Yeah. Oh my god. And I thought it was interesting that Prince Eric has a mother in the new one. Because in the original, it was always the butler he was with. And I think he was raised by the butler in the original. We didn't know about his parents. But now in the remake, he has a mother, which was really nice. And it does reminds me of the 1997 version of Cinderella. When Brandy played the role, and they had that Filipino actor playing the prince, and Whoopi Goldberg playing the queen, Victor Garber playing the king. It was like, oh, history's repeating itself. Yeah. I think his name is Paulo something. He's Filipino American. So, yeah. And I thought it was really nice that they included Jodie Benson in the live action Little Mermaid. There was a scene when they were going on tour, and she was playing, the lady in the market selling food. And I'm like, oh, they're including Jodie. And it was nice. Both Ariels colliding. It's like one generation to another. And I would love to see both Jodie and Halle Bailey perform Part of Your World as a duet. I want that to happen. Please make it happen. I would love to, have both Ariels sing the classics. Yeah, it was amazing. And I hope they do a sequel for the live action Little Mermaid, just like they did in the original. And I hope they include Melody. Yeah. And when I first heard about the scuttlebutt, and I'm like, what? I'm like, what the heck is a scuttlebutt? I think that's their way of saying gossip. It was kind of interesting, having Aquafina sing about the scuttlebutt. Yeah, anyhow. And I was a little disappointed that they didn't include Les Poissons, the song that Chef Louis sings when he tries to cook the crab in the kitchen. It's okay. I mean, it can't always be the same. But it was amazing. Oh man. And there was the scene. I don't know if you guys remember the scene when Prince Eric was about to marry Vanessa. In the original, they were on the boat. But it's interesting that in the live action, they're like on the deck. And I'm like, yeah, I find that safer. Because, when you're on the boat, you're in the middle of nowhere. And Jessica Alexander did amazing as Ursula's disguise, aka Vanessa. Yeah. Yeah, and there were some scenes that made me laugh too. Especially when Sebastian singing Kiss the Girl and Flounder and Scuttle were joining in. I laughed at the part when they're on the oar of the boat, and I'm like, dude, how are you not gonna get hurt doing that? Oh man. And Flounder still had his funny ways too. Jacob did good as Flounder. Yeah. I'm not gonna say I like, one movie better than the other. I would say I give it a tie because deep down, I'm always gonna love the original, and it's always gonna be, a part of me. And I grew up watching the original, and it has a special place for me in my heart. So I could say, like, I give it a tie because let me be honest with you. And you know what they say? Like, I have both Ariels, original and live action, a part of my world. And yeah. And just like Michael Jackson always says in his song, it don't matter if you're black or white. Yeah. And it was nice that they even made the sisters, how do I say this? They had different actresses from different cultures playing her sisters. So I thought that was kind of nice. Okay, not kind of nice. Really nice. and and like Darius always says, anybody can be a mermaid. No matter what culture you are, no matter what color you are, you can be a mermaid. And Javier Bardem. I don't know him too well, but he played King Triton in the movie. And he's married to Penelope Cruz. Um, yeah, he did a good job. He didn't raise his voice like the original. That's okay. I'm okay with that. Kenneth Kenneth Mars' King Triton, when he provided the voice of King Triton, he was more like Ariel. But Javier Bardem, he was more calm, and I'm like, okay, it's nice that they made him more calm and not harsh like the original. That's okay. And I loved how they made the mermaid costumes. That was really cool. And I was right in some ways. They did record it in CGI. And yeah. And the scene where Eric tries to guess Ariel's name was so adorable. I mean, she didn't have to rely on Sebastian to help him guess her name like in the original. But I thought it was cute, like, they were looking at the stars and he's trying to, say her name. That was beautiful. And then he says, "That's a beautiful name," written in the stars. I'm like, oh, Eric, you're so adorable. I want Jonah to be my Prince Eric. I'm crushing on him. Hey, we all have celebrity crushes. And anyhow, even the ending was a little different. I have nothing against that, but I thought it was really nice that they got to travel together. Well, they did in the original, but in the original they got married. I guess you could say they did get married in the live action, but I guess it was cut short. That's okay, I don't blame them because weddings are very expensive. Anyhow, but when they reunited, oh my god. You can tell Eric looked like he was gonna cry once he hugged her. I almost cried at that scene too. And you can tell he really loves her. That's love, my friend. That is love. Oh man, it was amazing. And seeing it in 3D made it better. Yeah. So, I gotta tell you, even though I guess they can't always, use the same thing, the same scenes from the, animated version due to copyright. But at least it had a happy ending. That's all that mattered. And you know me, I prefer happy endings. Just as long as it had a happy ending, it was fine with me. Yeah. Oh my god. It was a great movie. And for all you Little Mermaid fans out there, if you want to see the live action movie, go for it. I recommend it. You will love it. It was amazing. Yeah, and I can't wait to watch it again, when it comes available. When it comes available on DVD. I can't wait to watch it again. And I'm probably going to watch the original tomorrow because it's kind of late to watch the original right now. But I watched it yesterday because I was so excited yesterday to see the movie. Well, Halle's version. Yeah. And Halle, you were, how do I say this? You were fantastic. You did amazing singing part of your world. You made it more into like a pop song, like Mariah Carey's songs or Whitney Houston's or even Celine Dion's. Yeah, I loved it how she made it into like, a pop and an R&B version of part of your world. That was pretty cool. Especially how she she was holding the high notes, and I'm like, wow, that was amazing. And I did sing along with her. And don't get me wrong, I'm always gonna love Jodie singing it too. Yeah, and that is pretty much of my review. Well, my own review at home. Plus, I got my other one from the movie theaters with my friend Darish. And yeah, so I will see you all later. Bye bye, YouTube.